Assalamualaikum dear students. I hope you all are fine, doing well. This is your food and nutrition class. So first of all we will discuss what is healthy eating. Healthy eating means eating a variety of nutrients that our body needs for growth, development and energy. It means we have to take a variety of food that contain great amount of nutrients that our body need for growth, development and energy. So what are these nutrients? There are 5 type of nutrients that are proteins, fats, vitamins, carbohydrates and water. First of all we will discuss proteins. Proteins are of two types, that are plant-based proteins and animal-based proteins. And plant-based proteins are also called some incomplete proteins, and animal-based proteins are called complete proteins. Animal contain greater amount of proteins in food as compared to plant-based proteins. For example, chickpeas contain 7 gram of proteins and oats contain 11 gram of proteins as compared to animal based proteins. If we see egg contain 14 gram of proteins and chicken breast contain 25 gram proteins and cheese contain 26 gram of proteins. So as compared to plant based proteins, animal based proteins are of higher amount, so they are also known as complete proteins as compared to plant based proteins. Now moving to our next protein, that is next nutrient, that is carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are of 3 types, that are great carbohydrates, good carbohydrates and bad carbohydrates. So great carbohydrates are that type of carbohydrates that we can eat anytime and are very healthy for our growth, development and energy. So great carbohydrates are leafy greens, for example spinach, lettuce, or cruciferous vegetables, that is broccoli, sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower. These are all the forms of great carbohydrates. Berries are also a form of great carbohydrates. Now moving to a next type, that is good carbohydrates. Good carbohydrates are that type of carbohydrates that we can eat sometimes. Great carbohydrates means we can eat it anytime, and good carbohydrates are that type of carbohydrates that we should take sometimes. So starchy veggies, for example sweet potatoes or sweet fruits, for example bananas, pineapple, papaya, are the form of good carbohydrates. Now talking about the bad carbohydrates. Bad carbohydrates are that type of carbohydrates that we should eat rarely or never. For example, grains, rice, bread and cereals. We should take it rarely, sometimes, or we should never take it because it is a dangerous form of carbohydrate. Now moving towards our next type, that is sugary drinks. Soda, juices or sports drinks are bad type of carbohydrates. Sugary snacks, for example cookies and candies, are also bad type of carbohydrates. So moving to our next nutrients, that is fats. So if there is any type of deficiency of fats in our body, we should take these type of foods that is present in our diagram, so our deficiency will be completed. For example, eggs contain high amount of fats. Avocados, sardines is a type of fish They also contain high amount of fats, pistachios, walnuts, almonds, olive oil and nut butter. It means all type of dry fruits contain high amount of fats. So if there is any type of fats deficiency, you can cover it with all these type of foods. Now moving to our next nutrient, that is minerals. So we will discuss about fruits that contain different amount of minerals or different types of minerals. So oily fishes such as tuna, salmon and mackerel contain omega 3s or vitamin D. Milk contain different type of minerals, that is calcium, vitamin B2, 5 and vitamin B12. Now moving to broccoli. Broccoli contain vitamin C and vitamin K. Spinach contain iron, vitamin E, and oranges contain vitamin C, folic acid. Carrots contain vitamin A. Eggs contain vitamin B, iron and vitamin E. Avocados contain vitamin B2, B5 and B6. Now oysters contain zinc. Zinc is a very important mineral because it is also deficient for plant. As we all know that we also intake plants in the form of food, and animals also intake plants in the form of food, but it is that type of mineral which is also deficient for plant. So oysters are very important, or any type of food that we are taking for the deficiency of zinc, because it is also deficient for plant, because it is deficient in the soil. Now, as we have discussed our 5 important or major nutrients, now we will discuss about junk food. So junk food also contains nutrients, but in a very little amount. It means carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, proteins, fats, all type of nutrients are present, but in a very low or minimum amount. But and it is very unhealthy food. How it is unhealthy food? Because it contain high amount of calories, because it contain high amount of sugars and fats, and its nutritional value is very low. So junk food is not healthy for our body, for our growth and development. I know junk food is very delicious. It tastes very good, but it is not healthy for our body. Now, what are the side effects of junk food? Junk food makes the brain weaker. The person will have learning problems. If you are attending your teacher's lecture and you are completely taking on daily basis junk food, so you will have problem while learning, or you will not understand or memorize your teacher's lecture. Your eyesight will be also affected by junk food, and as a result you have to wear spectacles or use spectacles. So these are all the side effects or harmful side effects of junk food. And the major side effect is that it reduces growth and development of body. So we should avoid junk food and eat healthy food which contain all amount of nutrients that we have discussed earlier, that are proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, water, carbohydrates. So thank you, and that's all for today.